Welcome to the first episode of the video version of the podcast Couch Co-op.
Yeah, well, strictly speaking, it is our 8th Let's Play video.
Oh, that's true. So it's
because we had those 7 Castlevania 2 videos.
But that was one edition. It was just broken up into 7 parts.
Well, today Chris and I are looking at Super Mario Maker.
And what we're going to do is we're going to have Andrew is going to work on making a level if he gets to actually playing the game. I actually didn't know you could mess around with the home screen.
Oh no, it's just like Mario Paint.
Oh, you just killed Mario.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Alright, now we're going to start over again because you actually killed the screen.
Yeah, well, prepare to meet your maker.
Would that be you? Are you the maker, Andrew?
Sure, let's go with that. Now, I actually haven't made a Super Mario World level yet.
It's funny that you bring that up. What I decided to do, because you have so many different slots and options, is started with my first 4 levels. So basically, World 1, I did all of the original Super Mario Brothers levels. And then for World 2, I did all Mario 3. And then subsequently, Mario World, and eventually I'll get to New Super Mario Brothers U, or as I would call it, Mario U, because it's a stupid long name. I also think this is the perfect opportunity for us to have a little discussion on the whole argument of what's better, Mario 3 or Mario World.
Ouch, no loving for Mario 64, because that's what, just about everybody's going to say. I mean, that's like asking what your favorite Star Wars is, and everyone says Empire. Everyone says Mario 64.
Well, when I say
my favorite's Jedi, by the way.
Because Andrew loves Ewoks, by the way. No, I don't mean what's the best Mario game ever. I just mean, out of the 2 most classic games, that of the Nintendo and Super Nintendo era, which of the 2 is better? And that's a constant discussion for a lot of people. There's been lots of podcasts and lots of articles, lots of discussions on whether Mario 3 or Mario World is the better game.
Well, I love me some Mario World, but I think the whole package for Mario 3 is that much better. And the reason why I think that is because there is just so much in Mario 3. Such an incredible diversity of levels, despite still having the Nintendo restrictions to what a level can look like. But I think more so than any other game, it greatly expanded what Mario could do. It introduced, not only for the first time did it introduce the mechanic of flight, but it also gave so much more with the other suits, like, for example, the Hammer Brothers suit.
Which you use once ever in the entire game?
Oh no, you can find them in Toad houses and use them, wherever you want to, pretty much after World 6.
But you don't, and the reason you don't is because they're so rare that you always feel uncomfortable with wasting them. That was always the problem.
Well, that's why the game rather snarkily fills your inventory with P-Wings after you beat it.
Well, true. But the P-Wing has a very specific and obvious function. The P-Wing allowed you to fly indefinitely. So if you had a level that was a really difficult platforming level in an open sky area, the P-Wing would be a guarantee win of that level. Where the Hammer Brother suit doesn't actually help you with any of the platforming, it's really easy on a very difficult level to lose your Hammer Brother suit from a stupid platforming error. The Hammer Brother suit, even though you're more protected from attacks and you hit harder than a fireball, it still only works towards defending yourself against enemies, which usually isn't the most difficult part of a Mario game. Dealing with enemies is usually a lot easier than navigating obstacles and dealing with tricky platforming. So even though the Hammer Brother is a lot of fun to use, it's not as functional as the P-Wing, and it's even way more rare than the P-Wing. So it gets to be a situation where you almost never use it.
Regardless of your severe hatred for the Hammer Brothers suit, it's not the only suit in the game.
No, I
mean,
agree.
the Frog suit and the Tanuki suit are much, much more common.
Now, I think the Tanuki suit is great because it not only gives you the flight, it changes the look of Mario completely by giving him basically a full body suit, which is neat. But it also gives you that quick invincibility statue that usually you probably forget about, but if you remember it, can really help out in a pinch, especially in a situation where the obstacle may include a fire bar or a Hammer Brother or something where you just need a split second of invincibility to help navigate the course. I do agree that the Tanuki suit is a very worthwhile upgrade. I really do like the Hammer suit. I just think the Hammer suit would be more valuable if it was more frequent. If you had easier access to the Hammer Brothers suit, you wouldn't be so concerned with using it inappropriately. The Frog suit, it makes being on land a disaster, but it makes water levels a lot more bearable. As much as I enjoy having the Frog suit for the underwater levels, when you get the upgrade, you'll use it for the underwater level, but you almost never have two underwater levels in a row. So the whole idea of having the suit and not being able to take the suit off and put it back in your inventory makes it feel a little wasteful. Because you want, when you get an upgrade like the Tanuki suit, to be able to take it into level after level after level, so you can more easily defeat several levels on that one upgrade. The Frog suit, as great as it is underwater, is only great underwater. And since you can't voluntarily take it off, you literally have to get hit by an enemy or die to get rid of the Frog suit. And if the next level you play is a platforming heavy level, you might not have the opportunity to get hit by an enemy before you fall down a pit. So the Frog suit can actually be a detriment to you incidentally.
Well, again, that's part of one of the reasons that Mario 3 is great, is that you can otherwise choose to use your frog chute to give yourself a unique challenge or handicap to a different level.
Really? You use the frog suit to challenge yourself?
Really?
That's a practical thing that you think anybody does?
Oh,
Do you
certainly.
do that?
I've done it. You know, it's it's like playing The Legend of Zelda on 3 hearts or something.
I suppose. So, one upgrade, to play devil's advocate, that Super Mario World has, that Super Mario 3 doesn't have, is one of my favorite items, Yoshi. Now you may argue Yoshi is a character, but I argue Yoshi is not a character.
Burn.
Well, Yoshi is an upgrade. Comes out of a pipe, comes out of a question block. There's millions of them. They're all called Yoshi. Doesn't matter what color they are, doesn't matter how many there are in the level. They're all called Yoshi. You can have all the different Mario characters all riding a Yoshi. Yoshi is an item. And I think the Yoshi upgrade, the Yoshi item, is more versatile and more useful than the items in Mario 3. Not only does Yoshi give you more strength to withstand attacks from below, a lot of times you can walk on things that are spiny, different surfaces that you can walk on with Yoshi that you can't walk on with Mario by himself. You can eat enemies. You can eat certain colored turtle shells and gain flying abilities, fire-breathing abilities, stomping abilities.
You know what? I think I need to stop you right there, because you know what is actually disappointing about Mario Maker?
What is disappointing about Mario Maker?
Yoshi is terrible in Mario Maker because, for starters, the yellow and blue Koopas aren't even in it.
And the red Koopa does not give you fire breathing.
No, but you can swallow like different things and spit out a fireball, so I'm really confused as to why it was not possible to include that ability.
Well, I suppose if you want to get into problems that we have with Mario Maker, I can produce a huge list of things that I don't know if they intentionally left out of Mario Maker or just weren't able to make it happen, if they wanted to make it so that all 4 versions of Mario Maker worked better when you do the palette swaps, and maybe that's the reason that they weren't able to do it. But I think there's a lot of things missing, and there's a lot of things that are different than actually playing the actual games. That's kind of the reason I wanted to preface the discussion on what's missing from Mario Maker. With
like
the
I
discussion,
would have loved to put a Sumo Brother here, but he's not in it.
You're right. You can't put a Sumo Brother. You can just make a large. You can make a large Hammer Brother, but you can't have one that throws fireballs. There's a lot of things you can't do. But I kind of wanted to get into the discussion between Mario 3 and Mario World so that when we start figuring out the things that make each game unique and different, then we can talk about how Mario Maker doesn't include some of those unique differences. It's kind of a grand equalizer of the games. It takes all the things, it takes the 4 different types of games and creates a common denominator between all of them. So it doesn't really feel like any of the 4 source material games. One of the things that I loved in Mario 3 games, a lot of levels had sloping hills where you would get at one end and you would slide down the hill, and some of them slid down a long hill and you jumped up at the other end. You can't have slopes in Mario Maker. Another thing that I've actually heard on other podcasts is the timing in regards to piranha plants and pipes. More often than not, when I've been killed by a piranha plant in a pipe playing a Mario Maker level, it's because I approached it, nothing came up, as one would normally expect in the time frame that one would expect in a Mario game. Then I jumped, and then the piranha plant came up. The timing is very, very different in Mario Maker than it is in a normal Mario game. Yeah, the other thing that you can't really do in Mario Maker is have pipes that lead to other parts of the same level. And I'll actually show you in one of my levels that I created later on in this Let's Play, where I kind of solved that conundrum. Because all I wanted a pipe to do was just take you to the other side of the pipe. I think one of the most iconic and famous levels in Mario history is from Mario 3's World 7-1.
Oh, hey! Amazing, unique levels in Mario 3?
Yeah, Mario 3 is one of the greatest games of all time.
See?
I'm not doubting it. I'm simply arguing for Mario World is just a better all-around game. That's not to say that Mario 3 isn't also great, and I think that both Mario 3 and Mario World are two of the greatest games of all time, and it's easy to argue one or the other depending on really the day of the week. If you're playing Mario 3, you're probably gonna think Mario 3 is the greatest game out of the two. It's just like the argument I have between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI. Whichever one I happen to be playing at the time is my favorite.
Alright, Chris.
Alright,
So here is my first ever Super Mario World level. Now, there are four things that I feel makes a good Mario stage.
So I just changed it so that the controls are now dash and jump. So B is dash. You can change it back, but
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
the correct way to do it. Nintendo sent it out wrong.
Anyway, there are four things that I think make a good Mario level that I've slowly figured out, and some of my later stages really emphasize, is that a Mario level should be fair. And what fair means is no, like, pipes that lead you to certain death, no, drawing people into fake out, asshole Mario traps. That is what fair is. It doesn't have to
So
be
not trolling.
easy. Yeah, it doesn't have to be easy, but it has to be fair.
Ooh.
That's another thing the Mario stage should have, is it should have secrets. And alongside the secrets, the third thing that a Mario level should have is alternatives. Like, this is a completely optional route through the level.
This is a stupid route through the level.
Well,
I knew it was going to be stupid from the...
Well, that's the fourth thing that a Mario level should have, is that it should have an opportunity to show off some skill.
Yeah.
No skill?
Not that kind of skill. So basically, don't jump into the side of a Koopa's face.
Yep.
Just don't go down that pipe and I won't have to worry about it.
Yep. But one of the things that... another good design element of a Mario stage is to telegraph upcoming challenges, or to tell it, like, for example, these Hammer Brothers here. You didn't see them coming.
Hammer Brothers, no. I also didn't see
It raining Goombas.
raining Goombas. I was not expecting Goomba rain.
Yeah, so do you see how this is awful?
Yes, but I know to expect awful from you. Okay,
but
yes. Usually you'd want to know that there's a Lakitu before Lakitu starts throwing things at you. Okay, I'm also going to ignore
well, the
that.
the other problem, and this is something that comes up with Mario Maker, is that it's very easy to put something outside the field of vision and have it be affecting you, because one potential improvement that Mario Maker makes over the original games is that the entire screen is in play at the same time. It can all be in memory. It's all active. You kick a Koopa shell and it goes, further than you can see with the screen. That'll keep going. It'll go all the way to the end of the level and it'll come back at you.
Well, my main problem in regards to screen scrolling is I've actually made a level that I intended...
Actually, hold on a second. Go back here. You see this? Another important design element.
Okay.
You notice there was a gap in the coins where the hidden feather block was. We can't see it so well here now that you've collected them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's another important design element, is that when you do have a secret to, like upcoming enemies instead of invisible Lakitus and Hammer Brothers out of nowhere, is to, telegraph it.
Yes. Now, back to the part where, see, right now, I have to really try hard to get the screen to scroll up all the way. And that makes it really difficult to put a lot of stuff at the top of the screen.
Right, because if you notice right now, it doesn't stay locked to the upper half of the stage area.
No, it keeps
It's only
to pull down.
when you jump.
So if I bounce on this, then it starts scrolling a little bit. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty
that's
close to the top.
Yeah.
But I actually had that issue with the level I designed, where I had the top half was almost a completely different level. Alright, so here's my... Nope, didn't work.
Yeah, the basic idea was to actually kick the shell. But I think it might be too wide for it to be a guaranteed kill, bouncing it off the note blocks. So, this one's gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, definitely... Well, weird. There's not that many of them. Oh, yeah, there is. Alright, back to the drawing board for that one.
Yep. Well, actually, no. Let's. We don't necessarily have all day, so let's.
Go to Course World?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of your stages, Chris.
Alright.
And you can, because
Well, then let's go to 1-4 and play through that, and I'll point out some of the issues where I tried to do something.
Hey, it's like the PlayStation Network.
That hasn't happened to me yet.
Alright,
That'll probably happen to me when I get home.
Yep.
Alright, well that's...
I guess that was updated. Or maybe you just kicked us back to the title screen. Let's find out.
This is exciting. Alright, so...
Go to the EU menu and start the software again. Okay.
Alright, so let's pause for station identification.
You're listening to Couch Co-op on Damage Control.
Let's play
Mario Maker.
Andrew's face.
Hey, I've been playing Super Mario Maker.
Apostrophe Drew. There's a crying baby over on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, that's the Binding of Isaac, I believe.
Creepy.
Yeah, so
And of course, you have a cat Mario on the left side of your screen, so you got,
well, that's for good
you
luck.
got a grown man in a cat suit and a crying baby. That's the only things that I can see on your screen.
Fur is murder. Well, you see, the cat suit, again, a wonderful feature of Mario 3. Just like the flying squirrel suit.
Mario 3, Tanuki is not a cat.
And the golden fire flower, also really great in Mario 3.
None of those things. None of them.
Sure, you get a bell, and then you become Cat Mario.
I have not played any of the other Mario games on the Wii U, so I know that the things exist. I also didn't play the Galaxy games. I started playing Galaxy 1, but I didn't like it. And it also hurt my neck. Because
it hurt your neck.
It hurts my neck, because when he goes upside down and stuff, like, it causes, I don't know.
You're
causes
actually
me
trying to
crane
move
my
your
neck.
head.
It hurts. It hurts my neck. It makes me nauseous while trying to play the game.
Chris, it's a 2-player game. The other person's supposed to rotate the TV while you play.
You're right. It's a true co-op game. The problem is most of the co-op games I play are with you, and you're a terrible co-op partner, Andrew.
Look, just because I keep trying to pick you up and throw you into lava in New Super Mario Wii doesn't mean I'm a terrible player. It just means...
I didn't say player, I said partner.
It just means I'm an asshole.
Right. So, downloading update to system memory. The auto power down function has been temporarily disabled.
Time remaining under 1 min.
I think that's short for minute, Andrew.
No, it could be short for minuet.
Wii U menu. Start software.
Alright, well, if you want to hurt your neck, you can just follow the circle.
Well, I can do that with my eyes.
I know, but then you just look shifty.
Well, if it was going side to side, I'd look shifty.
No, it looked like you were watching tennis. This is my favorite part of the game. I mean, look at that go. I love the shade of blue. I like how there's a gradient to it.
Gradient. I like that word.
Yeah, it's like it's not a $5 word, but it's worth at least $3.50. Should have had somebody playing the Jeopardy theme.
I'm pretty sure this took longer than 30 seconds. Oh, now install... Oh.
Alright, well this will go faster than the download, I'm sure.
Installing update to system memory. Do not turn off the power. The auto power down function has been temporarily disabled.
In the event of a water power down, a flotation device is provided under your seat.
Please caution yourself for an excessive amount of copper in the water.
And fire in the sky.
Wii U menu. Denny Crane.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
We'll see you all in part 2. Don't miss it.